Okay.
Okay,
And
good evening, everyone. This is Dr. Sheila Day with the Wow Wellness with Solex Tribe. We meet every week for the last 2.5 years to share amazing stories and experiences that people have with our flagship product, the AO Scan technology. Changing lives should be in every household to empower people like nothing else can. But Solex is so amazing. We have a lot of other great healing technologies and revolutionary new supplements. So we share stories about any of those things that are really making an impact or something interesting. We all use things differently. We think about it differently. And the number one thing we want to say is we're not making any claims. We're not dealing with diagnoses or medical technology. We are dealing with information because information is what gives us the empowerment, right? If we don't understand what's going on, how do we know what to do? We go to practitioner after practitioner. They don't even know what's going on. So, what if you had something that could tell you what's going on? It's not a diagnosis, it's just showing you what's happening. So now you can choose, okay, now I know what it is. What am I going to do about it? So, we love to share stories. Last week, if you missed that call, go back to our Wow Wellness with Solex YouTube channel because we had some really powerful stories last week that brought me to tears. I'm still I can't even believe it. We've been doing this 2.5 years, and I still am blown away at the stories that people share with us. So we just welcome you tonight. We thank you for taking time to be with us because these stories make a big difference to other people that catch our videos, our replays, or even people right here on the call. You're offering hope, things that people might not have thought about, or they didn't know that it could do these things. So we would really, really love to hear some stories from you, any kind of testimonies or different ways that you're using AO Scan or anything else Solex. So my beautiful co-host Marianne from Vancouver, Canada. I'm so grateful for her. I just love her to pieces and the impact she makes in people's lives with Solex, AOScan, and everything we have. And she is here to help me with this call. And Marianne, just thank you so much for helping me with all this and help me keep this going.
thank you, Sheila, for inviting me. And I really appreciate everybody who makes the efforts to share it with their guests and come on and tell stories. It's truly, you guys are making this happen. So thank you, everyone.
So who wants to start us off?
Well, I'll give a quick update on my nephew.
Absolutely
He
great.
he just keeps going and doing better. And he had a fight with his folks back in Colorado a few days ago, and it put him in a sour mood, as it would put anybody in a sour mood. But he still says he has absolutely no cravings for alcohol. He is just kind of quiet to himself. And then he and I had an amazing conversation about how he was feeling and allowing all of the emotions to process through like they're supposed to. And he works a lot of hours during the day. And when he gets back at night, a lot of times he's like ready to hop on the hub.
Wow.
Not every day, but a lot of days. He really feels that that's what is making him solid.
Wow. Luann, for those of you that might be here tonight or watching the replay of this call, if you didn't hear last week's call, Luann's story was so powerful and it's already impacted so many people about one of our other technologies. And so that would have been July 2nd, I think. So look
Mhm.
on this Wow Wellness with Solex YouTube channel for July 2nd and hear this story. It's powerful. This lady helped to transform her nephew's life. He was losing it. And he has a new life now with one of our technologies that's so affordable. Anybody can have it in your house. You don't have to be a doctor, you don't have to be a practitioner. All the work is done for you. You just make it available for people, completely change their lives. Luann, thank you for that update. And we're going to continue to welcome any more updates on that because that's just amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, thank you.
There's so
Thank you,
many
Solex.
families right now that are struggling with addictions and watching their loved ones and the rehabs aren't working for a lot of them and it's heart-wrenching to to witness. I've been through it with some of our family members. And so anyways, thanks Luann for continuing to share this story.
And he at some point wants to give a testimonial as well, and he would like to share it with his vet friends when he at the veterans home. So
That would be so
Okay.
powerful because we all know the veterans don't always have the best of things, and they have some of the most need. And this is so affordable. They could make this available for vets.
easy.
Yeah, easy peasy. Completely changed their lives. Yeah. Thank you so much. Anybody else have a story to share with us?
I do.
Okay,
But first,
Trish.
hi everyone. So, Dr. Sheila, can you please repeat that Well Wellness YouTube channel that we can go back and watch
Yes, Wow Wellness with Solex.
with Solex? Okay.
Uh-huh. Trish, we have a Facebook group for the team. We have a YouTube channel for the team. We have a website for the team, and I send emails. But not everybody gets communications because of spam or junk or emails overloaded. And so, do you get my communications?
I'm definitely in the chat, the messenger chat. I do get your
Okay.
emails, but
Okay.
I didn't know if the replays were being posted in the messenger chat.
Sometimes when I think about it.
Okay. But this one's helpful too. So then if I don't see it there, I know where else to go look for it.
Yes.
And I really want to watch. It was my birthday last Wednesday, so I wasn't on the call, but I heard all the rave about it. So I do really want to go listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to miss it. It was really powerful.
So I've been using the AO scans since January, but I do live a very clean. I'm a practitioner, a holistic wellness practitioner. I have a practice, so I live a very clean life, and I have for a number of years now. But recently, I got a sunburn, and there was something on my back, but I couldn't see it, and I had been putting some silver bullet gel on it, and I just couldn't see it. So I was a little bit concerned about what it was. So I went to the doctor just so she could look at it and give me a diagnosis, so to say, so that I could address it in my own manner. And she believed it was shingles.
Oh.
And she, if I had had the virus, the chickenpox virus as a child, and I said yes. And so she said, I told her I got a sunburn, and she said, well, that's what could initiate it coming out. But the spot was so small, just like that big, like maybe two toonies together. And she said to me, and I just turned 58 last week, and she said to me, you must have such an amazing immune system. And I was like, yes, I do. So she showed me these pictures about, and I have seen pictures before, and I think I've seen a real case, live case, so to say, but it was pretty astounding, the picture she showed me. And she just kept saying that you must have a really good immune system. And I said, yeah, I believe I do. And then I can't remember what else was said. And then she said, yes, your lifestyle. And so I was going away for a couple of weeks, and I was supposed to be doing this body work course, and I didn't want anybody to touch me. And she had given me this prescription, and I was like, no, thanks, but no thanks. And then she tried to convince me that I should get one of these. And I was like, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. And so I went into the homeopathic remedies and pulled up the symptom and found shingles. And I was running homeopathic frequencies 24/7. And then on my other iPad, I was running the frequencies for shingles itself. And it was gone, and it never spread. And it was so amazing. And she just tried to tell me that I was going to have all these after effects. And the next time I get it, it'll be worse. And I could have this nerve damage. And I'm just like, I don't want to hear all of this. I don't believe it. And I'm just going to take care of this myself. And it was truly a miracle.
Awesome.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Marianne, take over.
Okay, yes, that is amazing. Actually, Trish, I had a girlfriend who had reoccurring shingles all the time, and she'd had it for years. And of course, I get my Solex scan, and I start working on everybody. And I was offering my friends and family, treatments. Well, she had changed jobs, and she was under a tremendous amount of stress. She broke out with a pretty bad, case of it. And I started running scans on her, just like you were saying. And she was like so amazed with how the pain, was diminished, and it healed up so quickly. And normally they would go on for, a good week sometimes. And just having skin or clothes against your skin, and it was on her leg, right?
Yep.
So yeah, there's so many stories about shingles, and
Mhm.
thank you for sharing that one, because a lot of people are having that, these days. It seems like their immune systems are low, and if they have a precursor to it, it shows up. So.
Yeah, and there's also a frequency for immune system, and I was running that in conjunction also, and a liver detox. And she said to me, "Oh, but your pain, you need something for pain." I was like, "I'm not experiencing any pain whatsoever." Like,
Oh,
Tell her about the scan.
yeah.
and see, this is a real problem because kids aren't getting chickenpox naturally anymore. So grandparents aren't getting exposures to help keep their immune systems smart to the whole process. That's what used to help keep older people from getting shingles was that exposure. Their grandkids get chickenpox, you get exposure. It's all training the immune system. It's not bad. It's our creator knew what he was doing when he gave us these things. And with the
Mhm.
scanner, that process really can cause horrible nerve damage. It's so painful. But this is what I'm saying. This is why we can't keep this to ourselves. People need to know what they can have for themselves to, avoid those situations. Otherwise, what else are they going to do? They're going to take the medications, they're going to have nerve damage. It's a very painful, long process. And we can
Mhm.
shorten it and do without all that.
Yeah, I was so grateful not to have any side effects, and it was just a very small patch, and boom, it was gone. Like it just the blisters were drying up every day, every day.
Yep. Yep. That's amazing. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Trish. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Another
Is
story? Anybody else?
I'll
I
just go
have
on the
one.
tail end. I had said something years ago about the Russ tox for poison ivy. Usually I have to get steroids for poison ivy. And that's one testimony I have because I don't like getting steroids. I gain weight, takes me months to get it off. And I thought I would test the scanner, pulled up the Rust Talks. That's all I did. No big, no great big playlist, just Rust Talks. And literally within seconds, the itching stopped. And by the next morning, I did go ahead and do a 20-minute broadcast. The next morning, all those blisters had dried up. Does that just blow your mind?
Mhm.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. Even after all this time, some of these
Yeah.
stories still just continue to
Yeah.
amaze and excite you. I get excited. I get super excited.
Me too.
Okay, I got a quick story, and then because I don't want to take up very much time. But my auntie, my great auntie, who was diagnosed with a debilitating disorder of her liver, and they were saying it was a stage 4. That's how they were explaining it. And this was in November, and they just said let her eat whatever she wants, whatever. It's looking like it's very accelerated. It's like a turbo, whatever. And they said, just let her be, do whatever. We don't expect her to really go too far into the new year, preparing the family. So I was like, well, we'll see about that. So I started running scans on her. And she just had her 90th birthday, you guys. And I did manage to get them on, they did put her on some blue. And so what happened was they sent me pictures from this great big birthday party. This lovely auntie had 11 children, good Catholics, right? And so anyways, a huge party and all these people came. Well, the next day she was extremely exhausted, and she was having heart palpitations. And so they sent me a picture of her. She did not look good. And I just said, oh, well, I have a playlist for her heart to support the heart. So I started playing the playlist for her heart. They sent me a picture of her that evening. She had color in her face again. She was good to go, and she's still rocking it. And she's 90 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yay!
Oh my gosh.
I
Thank
don't
you.
know
And
who
again,
gets more excited, their family, which I know, but me, to be able to help people, to reach out and help people, it's priceless. And
yep,
so many people don't know, and they're going through this turmoil, and so many people are in pain needlessly. So,
yep.
anyways, I'll be quiet because there's probably another story.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. That is so exciting. That just makes me so happy. Does anyone else have anything to share with us tonight? And nothing is too small. I'm telling you, there's nothing too small. Everything is exciting.
Well, I'm happy to share something else if no one else wants to speak.
Sure.
That I got the foot detox and I have been using that for the last 2 weeks. And so I do my comprehensive and how it tells us we're a percentage away from ideal. And mine typically run anywhere in the higher 20s, 30s, sometimes lower 40s. And since I've been using that, excuse me, and then I do my scans after and I look at the differences and stuff, I have had some of my percentages be as low as 6 and 7% away from ideal.
Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
you're 58 years old. Is that what you said? You were 58.
Yeah.
Holy. That foot
So
detox is the bomb.
oh my gosh. Yeah, if you guys don't know about our Solex foot detox, the AO foot detox, it is amazing. It's not like anything any company's ever done before, and it is just amazing the way it initiates an internal fever so that your immune system wakes up and starts getting to work, helping to clear
Yeah, it's
any
not a wet one,
blockages.
is it? It's not one where you put your foot in the water, right,
Nope.
Sheila?
Radio
No.
frequency waves only. The plate does not get hot. Your body gets hot. Only through messaging, your body heats up. And anywhere that there's hot spots, there's some kind of blockage, either energetic or physical. It could be emotions, trapped traumas, could be the lymphatic system, it could be your cardiovascular system. But energy's trapped there. And once that gets released, oh my goodness, the floodgates open and things start working so much better. We've got
Mhm.
so many amazing stories. Trish, thank you so much for bringing up the foot detox. That thing is powerful.
Yeah, that's only 2 weeks in.
That's
Less than
amazing.
two.
Amazing. Thank you. Jesse, I see
Yes,
you.
thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sheila, for talking about so much about the mind sync.
Oh,
And after all your encouragement, I tried it and it works. It's very helpful.
tell us about it.
Yeah, I've just been playing it and feeling a lot better.
Sheila, can you explain maybe what the mind sync is? Because we have some guests who are probably thinking, I wonder what that is.
Oh my goodness. So Inner Voice was like the foundation of AOScan technology, balancing emotions. But what I have learned, what God has taught me, is as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And our thoughts drive our emotions. So for me, Inner Voice was really great. I wasn't having experiences like some of my friends. But when Lauren launched MindSync, which is affirmations that can be played with medical music, in your own voice. Your cells hear your voice speaking the truth about who and what you are. Um, and it's so much different than like if you're listening to somebody else speaking affirmations. So my whole world changed with MindSync. And anytime I'm given the opportunity to speak for Solex on behalf of Solex, I always speak about MindSync. So if you'd like to see the latest, last week's Solex weekly update call, they shared my Europe DoD presentation. That's what I spoke about in Europe. And I've had multiple people from the European event reach out to me talking about so many different points that really hit them and they're using it and their lives are changing. And it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So go look up
There's
last
kind of
week's
an
Solex call.
entrainment thing that happens in the brain too, isn't there? I mean, you're just lightly going over all this stuff because, granted, we would like to hear more stories, but the technology behind it is like phenomenal.
Yeah, it blows anything out of the water I've ever used. So people that have limiting beliefs, everything is back in your subconscious. But for me, I have a long history of trauma, and so tens of thousands of dollars and thousands of hours with multiple practitioners trying to find someone that could help me heal from all of the painful things. All wasted. I never got any help until I started listening to MindSync. We can save people so much money, so much energy, and so much time empowering them with MindSync. And I'm telling you, my family would have been so much different if I'd had that 30 years ago. It's amazing.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, Sheila.
Yeah, go find the Solex replay from last week. And about midway through, I think, is my presentation European. And then Lauren and I have one on the Instagram, the Solex Instagram. Yeah, we've
I
got a
saw the
couple.
one from last week. It was fantastic.
Oh,
Yeah, it was fantastic.
if
Yeah.
there was one thing we could offer people, my offering would be MindSync because that is the most powerful thing that can change your life.
Yeah. You change up here and your life changes. You
Yep,
change inside, the outside changes. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. Yep. And we're not
Do we
always
have any
aware of
more
those
Oh,
messages.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're just not always aware of those messages that are
Oh,
playing back here,
it's like well, it's on a loop and we're so used to it, right?
but they drive our relationships, our behaviors, our attitudes, our beliefs. They drive everything. So if we can
Health,
change those,
abundance,
yeah,
everything.
exactly. Everything. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Does anyone
Anybody
have
else
any
have
other
a,
stories?
yeah, sorry, you go ahead, Sheila.
I'm sorry, honey. You go right ahead. We have 5 minutes left to hear
Oh,
some
we're
great
both so
stories.
excited. No, does anybody have a story? Oh, look at, I see Karen. Yay.
Yay,
And
Karen
Karen, you are looking
and Eddie.
fantastic.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I've had a lifelong journey with digestive issues. I was diagnosed about 22 years ago with celiac disease. For 40 years, I was under the care of a homeopathic physician. I think I've shared all that before. My digestion and elimination now is incredible. It's not perfect, but there were times when I was into the bathroom 8 and 10 times a day.
Oh,
I know, right? So now I'm down to 2 or 3 times and sometimes just one. So I am super, super excited. I believe it's the AO scan and some of the supplements. So I'm using Zymes and a variety of other ones, but I can't even tell you what a relief it is to be able to go out during the day and not have to run for a bathroom and know that if I get to that point, I might not even make it to the bathroom. So it has tethered my life for many, many years. And now I have a real sense of freedom in that department. And also, real quick, I didn't realize that I had acid reflux until I had acid reflux one day, and I had taken a bite of my dinner. It started right away, and I reached for the AO scan. I put in acid reflux with 4 other playlists on multicast, yeah. Instantly gone.
wow.
Instantly. So if anybody has acid reflux, it's very, very powerful.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was talking with one of our members in the UK today. In fact, I had a couple of phone calls with our UK team today, and one of them, she also had an experience with the AO Core, completely straightening out her digestive system that has been off track for a long time. So that was amazing.
I'm not using AOCore. That's one that I'm not using.
You're
But
just the enzymes.
well, I'm using Prime as well.
Uh-huh.
Also,
Uh-huh.
D3K2.
Yep.
Are you on
Yeah.
blue still, Karen?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been using the AO scan to tell me what supplements to take and when to take them and how much to take. And so I've gone from 4 drops of blue twice a day to 2 drops of blue twice a day. And the scanner never calls for it, but that's what I do just to keep on the same level. Yeah, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you,
We're happy
Karen.
to hear you're feeling so much better and that you have a new sense of freedom, Karen.
I
Right?
do. Yeah. Thank you very much.
I can
And you
see
look,
it. You're
you
just
look so good. Oh
He
my
does
gosh,
look good. Yeah,
beautiful.
you're
I feel really
glowing.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, you look like you're
Shalou
feeling
shared,
good.
when Marianne and Shalou did their presentation a couple of weeks ago, Shalou showed a different way to use the face mask neck part, and she put it up over her head. It was amazing. So I've
Like the
started
neck
to
part,
do
yeah,
that.
up here.
I wasn't doing that, but it makes perfect sense and it really does change things here. I've always had a saggy neck and now I'm almost not. I mean, I have a little bit still, but my chin is starting to show, my jaw line is starting to show. I have a ways to go, but I'm really buoyed by the progress I see so far.
Well, you're glowing.
Thank you. I feel pretty good.
Yeah, you look like it. That's so
And
exciting. Thank you.
yeah, thank
Thank
you
you,
all.
Karen.
Annie, did you have something real fast? We've got like 30 seconds.
No, I didn't. I was just waving to Karen.
Oh, okay.
When she started, I was just waving to her.
Okay. Well,
But
that's
thanks for
another reason.
asking.
Yeah, it was so good to see you guys. And I can't even tell you how great it is to see your faces. I love to see you and hear your voices. And those of you that can't be on camera, we know life is busy, but thank you for being here anyway. And we hope that you got some really great things out of this call. This call isn't even possible without you all, but please share this with people that you're talking to. I completely forgot to take notes on this one. We try to like put what the topics were. I completely forgot tonight. But
Okay, I
anyway,
can remember. I'll write them all down.
thank you. But Solex has something exciting to share tonight. So we want to get to the Solex LLC YouTube channel and go see what they have going on tonight. I think Dr. Stefan Rau from Germany will be teaching tonight. He was one of our presenters at European DoD. He's also in our team, and he's amazing. You will love him.
What was
Very
that again?
entertaining.
It's YouTube Solex
The YouTube channel
LLC. Mhm.
is Solex
Solex
LLC.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go to YouTube and type in Solex LLC, and there'll be a weekly update for 7/9/25.
Actually, that YouTube channel is chock full of so many interesting, and we've seen lots of you on there too, honey. So anyways, thank you, Sheila, for having this call, organizing it, being true to it, loyal to it for years. You're changing a lot of lives. We all love you, and we really appreciate you.
I love you all too. Thank you so much, and I can't wait to see you next week.
Thank you for your
Bye,
time,
everybody.
ladies.